Hi friends, how's everybody doing today? Today we're going to scripture scrapbook, but instead of a verse, I'm going to just do a page about one of my favorite hymns, which is the Old Rugged Cross. It's just, it's such a great hymn, you know. It's old but classic. It has such power behind this hymn. Anyways, I did look up the meaning of it and who wrote it, and so it was written in 1912 by George Bernard, and it symbolizes the message of the gospel, redemption, salvation, and the sacrificial love of Jesus Christ. It represents the transformation from shameful, despised instrument of death, into a powerful symbol of divine grace, atonement, and eternal life. Like, wow, that's a big, huge difference, right? Total opposite of how it would have been. The cross represents the exchange from sin for human sacrifice. Well, human sin it's a sacrifice for human sin for divine righteousness. So you're this shameful, sinful person, and because of what God did, Jesus did on the cross for you, all of a sudden now you're righteous, you're worthy, you're somebody, you belong to God. So Jesus is king, and we're adopted into his family, so that makes us royalty, right? I mean, come on. I knew I had to be royalty somewhere. Just kidding. But seriously, like, this hymn is just so powerful, you guys. Like, and it's just, no matter what happens, when life gets you down, when you need that hope, cling to that old rugged cross, right? I'll tell you. But anyways, all right, let's get started. So I went ahead, as usual, and I cut out my paper ahead of time because it just takes so long to do. And yeah, I don't know where I put it. Hold on. Oh, here it is. I found it. So let's see. We're going to start with this layer first. And I'm going to just do the ends of it because I'm going to cover up most of it. So I'm not going to waste my stuff. And I'll tell you, since I saw that little neat trick about how you just use the stamp pad yourself instead of the sponge, like, so much easier, right? I mean, come on. You can do as much as you want, right? So I do love this. It's very loud though, right? Oh my goodness. Like, hello. All right. So let's get our trusty old glue stick. I know I probably say this all the time, but I just love this glue stick because it just covers so much surface at once, and it makes it so much easier to put your stuff on. Well, big pieces on. If I was going to do little pieces, probably is better to use the original small glue stick. But all right, so let's put this on here. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. So we got some snow yesterday. Oh my gosh. Well, Friday. It started Friday overnight. And it wasn't terrible by the morning, thank goodness. But I was like, okay, I'm done. And then, no, we're not done, because now Monday, tonight, overnight into tomorrow, is going to be, they're saying some areas, 1 foot to 2 feet of snow. Like, we don't need that much snow. Snow. I'm hoping that it kind of like doesn't come to be that much, but it's New England, so, you know, whatever. But I'm all done, you guys. I'm all done. I don't even care. March 1st, I'm decorating for spring. I don't care. I don't care if there's a blizzard outside. I am decorating for spring because I need to bring it on. I'm gonna will it on. Ah, it would just make me feel happy and cheerful if I decorate for spring, right? All right, so we got our first page down. And then I'm gonna put this one on top, I think. Let's try that. Alrighty. I like doing layers sometimes just because it just, I don't know, makes the pages pop, I guess. So this is this page here. I didn't cover the whole page. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it today, but I might regret that decision later. And then on this side, I kind of crinkled up the paper prior just to make it a little more old and rugged. And we will just stress a little bit here. I don't want to do too much because last time I think I used this a little too much and it was just like a... So let's get this page on, this piece on this next page. Let's see. All right. It kind of, when you crinkle it up, it kind of makes it raised a little bit, if that makes sense. Not too much, but it makes it a little more texture and more raised on the page. I don't know. That's just my thought. And then I do have these little plant things, but I might put them on afterwards because I do want to write out the hymn. I cut out letters to spell out the hymn, so I do kind of want to do that first because I don't want to cover up the plants. All right, let's see. This is where we are right now. So what I'm going to do now, normally I would finish the background. Actually, yeah. I'm going to glue, this is a little bag I cut the very bottom of and just kind of folded this little flap over just to, I don't know, give a little, I don't know why I did it, but I just wanted to add, I wanted to bring out some of the yellow in the paper here. So we are going to glue this, actually, hold on, we're going to distress this really, like I want to really distress this just to dull the yellow a little bit because it is very yellow. And hopefully this does the trick. We'll see. You know, what do you think? Yeah, well, I don't know. Anyways, let's get this one glued down. So let me know how much snow you're getting this winter so far, where you're from, and do you like the snow? Do you ski? Do you do anything? And no, shoveling is not a sport, even though it feels like it. It's not. But no, just curious. I don't do any of that. I hibernate in the winter, to be honest. I do go for little walks with the dog, but you know, that's about it. I'm not an outdoor, wintry, cold person. I don't. When I was younger, I loved to go sledding. I loved it so much. It was so fun. Now I'm just like, oh, I know I'm boring, a fuddy-duddy. But anyways, all right, so we have this right here. This is our page. I'm going to start building our words only because it's going to take up a lot of the page. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out every word to spell out. I didn't do the whole song, the whole hymn. I just going to write, I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Because we all know that's the most meaningful part of it. In a shorter version of it, like, you know. All right, so we are going to just stress these letters. So, and then I'm going to crinkle it up so it looks all worn and old. Okay. All right, let's put this on. Let's see. course, I use green on green. I don't know if I should. It's a lighter green, but still. Oh, well. What are you going to do? All right, let's see. I will. All right. Also, I'm not going to make you watch me distress and crinkle up each one of these. So I will be back. I'm going to distress the rest and crinkle them up, and then we'll stick them on the page. Okay, this is what it looks like so far. I will clean. You know, I should have used a different color here, but, oh, well. What are you going to do? Let me get the rest on. Okay, so what I did was, I did this color here, the greenish blue, whatever it is, and then for Old Rugged Cross, I'm going to do it in white, just to break it up a little bit. But we're getting there. All right, I'll be back. All right, so this is where we're at. So I did Rugged, and I had originally spelt out cross, but I think, and I made this cross out of twine. I think what I'm going to do is, instead of the word cross, I'm just going to put this on. See if that looks good. I think it does. Like, I feel like it does. We'll have it just coming out of this envelope, I think. So I'm heating up my glue gun because I think this needs a glue gun. Let me see. Let me put these in. And oh, I'm not gonna have room, you guys. I think I might have to leave it as, oh, this cutting out I did. I will cling to the Old Rugged Cross. I think I am going to have to just leave it like that. What do you guys think? Because I think, oops, my cross is falling out of the pocket. But you know, you get what I'm saying, right? I think, I don't know. Should I do it on this side? What do you guys think? Let me see. Do it on here? Or should I put it over here? Oh, I can't see it over here, huh? What do you think? I think over here. And then I will just use, all right, let's see. I think I'm going to put it over here. I think I can't spell out the whole thing. I was going to write in exchanges someday for a crown. I think I can only spell I will cling to the Old Rugged Cross. We all know what the rest is. Or I could do is I could just write it all on. Hold on. Okay, so what I did was I spelled it out here. And I think we'll just put it in here like that. Hold on. Let us just tear this so that it's all right, let's distress this. I think this would be better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it comes out. Let's see. I forgot to. There we go. There's that. All right, let's get our glue. A glue stick goes like this. All right. Our glue stick, our glue gun. I can't, oh, you guys, I don't know. All right. All right, so this is what it's looking like so far. All right, so I will in exchange it someday for a crown down here. So now let's embellish it because it's really dark and gingy, I feel. All right, good old washi tape. I'm gonna put some washi tape. And again, you know, we're getting to the end of the books, you guys. It's the end of this book, so it's harder to do the pages. I'll tell you that. All right. So the washi tape I'm using is some plants. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty. Use that for the bottom. And I'm going to use it for here. Just to add a little something. Just to, there we go. Yeah, there's that. And then I have this other washi tape. It says Glorify Him, Bloom with Grace. So I'm going to try to put this along the edges. We'll see. Because I need to cover up. Last time I put the washi tape over my lower bag. Oh, we can just cover that up. Well, I forgot I have to cover that up. So, let us see. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to go get my other washi tape. Hold on. I forgot, you guys. I have my thin washi tape that has a whole bunch of crosses. Hello. Don't know why I didn't think of this for the first place. So we're going to put this on the ends here to cover up last week's washi tape. Plus, what better way to finish off Cling to the Old Rugged Cross by putting crosses on here. Duh. All right. I like that it's thin because then it helps me to do the borders better. Here we go. Yeah, it's so easy, right? Sometimes working with washi tape, you guys, is not as easy as it looks. Let's see. All right. Ooh, let's see. Here we go. All right. Yeah. Yeah, so far this is what we have. Now let's see how else I can embellish it. I do have these little flower pot things that I found. I think I'll add these on too, because why not? Let's see. All right. So far, so what we got, I feel like I need something there, but I don't know if I do or not, if I just think I do. I think I'm going to use the washi tape. Oop. Yeah, that's right. Don't rip it all. Oh my goodness. That's the other thing. Sometimes with the washi tape, if you don't use it after a while, it gets kind of like stuck. Like, so it's hard to get it off. All right. Let's see, you guys. No, this one's not working. Hold on. You guys, this is not, it's just not working. You know, some days you just don't have good days where all your supplies is what you need. And sometimes you just change ideas in the middle, and that's what I'm going to do with this one because I can't get that one to work, which really bums me out because it's so pretty, but whatever. All right, so let's see what else I can use instead. You know what? I'm just gonna, I don't know if this is gonna look good or not, but whatever. Let's see. Today is the 22nd, right? February 22nd, I believe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that's 2. I'm just going to put 22nd down here just to add a little character because it's just different. Sometimes you could use letter stickers, number stickers, whatever you want. I'm just going to use the 22nd, and I'm going to use an exclamation point. There. All right, you guys, I think this page is done. I know you don't know what 22nd is, but I will. But anyways, that's it. I just needed something for that. I didn't have anything else on hand. I just decided to fill it with that. You don't have to. I mean, you can cut another piece of washi tape like I was going to do. You could put another scrap, whatever you want. But this is our final page. All right, you guys, stay warm and dry. And let this be the last snowstorm we're going to get for 26, huh? Aye. All right, remember, Jesus loves you. I love you too.